We are Laura, Maria, Clara, Patri, and Pris, and we are going to talk about the foundation Anima Naturalis. In 2003, Anima Naturalis was founded in Barcelona. The founders were Leonora Esquivel Frias, Mexican, and Francisco Vázquez Neira, Chilean. At first, Animal Naturalis emerged as a Hispanic-American mediator of animal rights and promotion of vegetarianism. A short time later, in March, Animal Naturalis was defined as a not-profit organization dedicated to establishing, disseminating, and protecting the rights of all animals. It focuses on avoiding animal suffering in the many areas where they are used. Since then, it has become the largest organization for the defense of animals in all Latin America, having several headquarters there and also in Spain. Animal Naturalis works through research and public denunciation of practices that go against the basic rights of animals and the promotion of agreements and alternatives for a more respectful coexistence between humans and other animals. Over the years, Animal Naturalis has managed to make the voice of animals heard as never before. Defend the right of animals to life, freedom, and not be tortured or considered property, and promotes the healthy food without eating animals. Create initiatives that change the life of animals, and they look to impact in the social process, legislation, and decision of public, providing to respect for other animals and promote viable solutions and agreements that recognize justice for animals. Aspire to build a fair world for everyone and live with other animals without exploiting them for a benefit.
Anima Naturalis was born as a Hispano-American portal for animal rights and the promotion of vegetarianism in March 2002, thanks to the effort of two volunteers who realized that there was a great need for information and an even greater lack of cohesion among volunteers, activists, and people sensitive to the topic. Their names are Francisco Vázquez and Leonora Esquivel. Francisco Vázquez is a Chilean journalist and webmaster. His attitude toward animals is a consequence of his stance of rejection of violence and in favor of fair treatment between living beings without distinction of species. Leonora Esquivel is a Mexican doctor in philosophy and environmental ethics. She has always had admiration for animals, and that is why she has decided to commit her life to the defense of the interests and rights of animals. For both, the mission of Anima Naturalis is to contribute to the dream of a less cruel society with animals and other sentient beings. One of its campaigns with the greatest impact among international press is Getting the Skin of the Bull, where many activists are part of one of the biggest actions that seeks to end bullfighting. They disagree against this either by shaping a lying bull or by words that allude to the end of the bullfighting. Several cities in various countries where this type of event still continues have carried out different versions of Getting the Skin of the Bull. Starting in 2012, the prohibition of bullfighting began to rule in Catalonia, Spain, and in several countries such as Mexico, Ecuador, Venezuela, and Colombia. A serious debate began about the possibility of prohibiting this tradition.
Anima Naturalis has also organized protests against the furry industry, like Without the Skin, the most massive protest ever carried out for this theme in Spain. This industry claims the life of 60 million animals per year. In furry farms, animals remain in narrow metal cages. The stress and lack of stimuli makes them mutilate themselves. When they reach the ideal size, they are slaughtered, charged with gas or electrocuted through anal, vaginal, or oral tract. Most times they are totally dead when they are skinned. On Sunday, the 12th of January 2020, more than 70 activists gave these animals a voice in a protest organized in Madrid. The participants were totally naked and sprayed with fake blood. Anima Naturalis has been organizing this kind of protest since 2006 in different parts of Spain, such as Alicante, Valencia, Barcelona, Madrid, and even in South America. Their main objective is to make the population aware of the cruelty of the furry industry. Nowadays, the system of industrial farms generates the biggest production of meat, eggs, and milk in the cheapest, quickest way and in the least space possible. Animals are located in small cages, deprived of exercise. They are fed growth hormones so as to fatten them up more quickly, and they remain alive thanks to great amounts of drugs and antibiotics which remain in their bodies and are transmitted to people in the end. The chicken beaks are cut with warm blades, and the metal cloth of the cages harms them. They suffer respiratory diseases, heart attack, bacterial infection, and other illnesses. Even though they contain pesticides and antibiotics, 60% of their meat sold at the supermarket is infected with live Salmonella bacteria. The cattle is fed an unnatural diet of heavy grains until they reach 1,000 pounds. They are castrated and their horns are removed without anesthesia. The animals that most suffer are their calves, which are separated from their mothers and they are fed milk substitute that produces anemia in their bodies. They are killed at only 16 weeks of life, but generally 1 out of 10 calves dies before this. Pigs develop neurotic behaviors when they are shut up, despite being calm social animals. They become cannibals and they bite each other's tails. Moreover, approximately 30% of pork products are contaminated by toxoplasmosis. Anima Naturalis has been involved in different actions against the cruelty of this industry every 1st of October in order to commemorate Veganism Day. In Montevideo, Uruguay, they carry out a performance where 3 activists are wrapped in plastic trays with tags saying human meat. They also offer vegan food and share information about the treatment of animals in farms.
Dry test is used to measure irritation by observing the damage that the substance causes to the eyes and skin of the animals. In the eye test, product solutions are applied to the eyes of conscious animals such as albino rabbits, generally without administration of pain delivered. During the 7 days that the test lasts, the animals suffer extreme pain, ulcers, and bleeding. Their eyes are also usually kept open by a clip. Animals end up blind. Moreover, at the end of the test, animals are euthanized to assess the internal effects of the substance that have been tested. In the dry skin irritation test, the animal is immobilized and the substance is applied to shave and fry the skin. The substances are mixed with a compound to exaggerate the reaction and either to apply to skin or injected subcutaneously. The test shows whether the substance penetrates the skin and causes an allergic reaction. Too high a dose of the substance is frequently used, thereby overestimating sensitization. Anima Naturalis promotes other methods like cultivating cells in a membrane and observing the change of the cells that have been exposed to the chemicals. Years ago in Valencia, Anima Naturalis activists claimed with a performance the end of the animal experimentation. A group of 6 activists of the organization have carried out a scene in which they have appeared naked, covered with towels, and simulating that they had just come out of a bloody shower surrounded by rabbits. One of them also carried a sign with a slogan, "How many rabbits does your shampoo kill?" The members of the entity have distributed to the pedestrians triptychs with the phrase, "Are animals necessary in the laboratories?"
Ideology. Anima Naturalis understand that animals need to have fundamental rights, which are to live, to be free in a sustainable environment, and not to be tortured by action or omission of necessary care. Another inalienable right, that of not being considered as property. By virtue of these rights, they seek their recognition through inform about the reality in which the rest of the animals live, to encourage reflection of the unfairness of this treatment by humans, raise awareness in society about how important and easy is it to have a respectful attitude towards other animals. Educate society showing consumption alternatives that do not involve the use or exploitation of other animals. Promote the end of animal exploitation by human hands. Our goal is the total end of the use of other animals. Work in the legal field to ensure that animals of other species are subjects of law and that they can enjoy their existence. Respect for the right to live, freedom not to be tortured, and not to be considered as property is required. Campaigns. Anima Naturalis has some campaigns against bullfighting, animal circus, the sale of these, and the use of their skins. Among all, they also try to promote the Meatless Day. For example, the Mallorca Bloodless campaign aims to end the bullfighting in Mallorca. It has overcome the 168,000 support since that it has got the Constitutional Court authorizing bloodless bullfighting in the Balearic Islands until 17th. Furthermore, they have created a platform called Adeu Correbeu to fight against the bad treatment of animals in Catalonia's parties with bulls. Moreover, Anima Naturalis has already been recopiling material and information to denounce the running of the bulls. Finally, with San Fermin without blood, Anima Naturalis seeks to end bullfighting in Pamplona. They have organized a successful protest in Pamplona for 11 years. Several activists wrote the motto "Stop Bullfighting" with their naked bodies to call for an end to this violent sport during the San Fermin festivities in Pamplona.